And that is the first goal of this winning Brazilian Copa America campaign.
Oh, yes!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of the Pacific Pursuit, and welcome back to Brazil, where in today's episode we have got two games coming up. We are starting our Copa America campaign. We play first against Venezuela and then we go and play against Mexico. Should be two really good games today. If we get 6 points then we should be through. We have a game against El Salvador, so I'd like to think we can beat El Salvador. So if we were, say, 4 points this episode, I probably would go and get us into that next round with that last game, and then we'll be on our way. We obviously have our games with Sao Paulo in between. We'll be able to track that in terms of how they're doing recently since last time out. It's been quite a few games, 4 wins in a row and then a 1-0 loss there, 2 more wins, and then it's been a bit of a rough spell. A draw here, 3-1 loss there, quite a big loss against Flamengo, but then a 2-0 win here against Internacional. It was a much better display in that game. But we start the Copa America today. Other teams in this competition, the groups are that group is insane, by the way. Argentina, Canada, Colombia and Uruguay, which is good, to be fair, because that means 2 really good teams will go out. But what a group that is. I don't know if they have like pots in this, but I don't know how they've all managed to get in there. Some other teams: Bolivia, Chile, Haiti and Panama, Ecuador, Paraguay and Peru and USA. I am, if I'm not mistaken, there is actually, it goes straight to quarterfinals, so tomorrow might be a 3-parter should we make it all the way to the final. So it would be straight to that quarterfinal if we can qualify in today's group phase. The squad who we have brought, notable players who have come. Rodolfo has been selected. I don't know if he'll make this the team, but he is in this team. We are on the Sao Paulo page here. This is not the Brazil squad page, but he is in the Brazil squad. There's players like Sargentim who are here, and Rodrigo has been recalled up. We tried to get Vinny Jr., but he didn't want to come in the end, but Rodrigo is here, which is nice to see. Other players: Robert Renan, who used to play for, or still plays for, Atletico Madrid. He is here. And you know, he's played quite a number of caps, and I've recalled him because you need that experience in the team. So this team is in a very good position, and hopefully they can go on and win this competition. I think we can go and do it. Let's get straight into it. It's the first game of today, the Copa America in Uruguay. We return there and we're up against Venezuela. So the team for this game against Venezuela, I don't know why we didn't have friendlies before this, probably should have done that, but hopefully we get shot. This will probably be our toughest game of the group. It starts with Cala in goal. We've got a backline of Di Carvalho, Beraldo, Beto and Yankuto. We've got Barcei, Ney and Wanderson in the middle, Endrick on the left, Estevao on the right and Jose Roberto up top. Remember the names. Kick-off here in this game against Venezuela. I think any team who goes on to win a competition has to have a very convincing group stage, and that's what we've got to go and do in today's episode. If we can get qualified in 2 games, that would be perfect, and then it is literally just 3. It's only 6 games to win this competition in comparison to a lot of others that need 7. Endrick is in behind here. He squares it. Wanderson for 1-0 here. Lovely goal. Endrick into Wanderson, and that is the first goal of this winning Brazilian Copa America campaign. It's a lovely goal. Wanderson in the middle, 1-0 here. He comes into this team. He was never originally in this team. He never played the friendlies from before, but 33 caps, Real Madrid player, Real Madrid striker, 14 goals. Look at those stats. He's a bit of a smaller player, to be fair. We've obviously got, if we go back and take a look at the formation, how it's looking like, Wanderson and then Jose Roberto, who's ahead. It was a tough decision between them two. So much quality in this attack, as you'd expect really from any Brazil team, but we've gone with the kind of both of them. Wanderson a little bit behind is a bit of a smaller man, and then Jose Roberto as the more clear-cut striker. What a ball that is in behind for Estevao to put his head on, but he's not able to do anything with that in the end. Estevao, a former player we managed, he was very good when we were with Leicester. Here is another chance for us, 10 minutes in. Hopefully we can make it a bit of a goal fest. I think this Venezuela team, as I said, will be, we have Mexico, to be fair. Mexico is probably going to be a tough game. I forgot about that, but Venezuela are definitely not a bad team. And then El Salvador, I think we can definitely pick up 3 points in that, we should be able to get through. We should be able to. Here's Bosse, he plays a bit of a deeper role, Barcelona player, if I'm not mistaken, midfielder, but we have him a little bit more deeper. As I said, Wanderson here, can he force the error? He tries to square that ball, nothing comes from it, but Yankuto into Ney. Esteval, where can he go? Ney is, he might be a descendant of Neymar with a name like that. What a player Neymar was, and to have a player name like Ney is quite impressive. Here he is on the ball. He goes back to Beraldo at the back. As I was saying, we need to be what was it about some of the, I don't even remember. Here's the ball in behind Jose Roberto for 2-0 here. I think he may have been offside. There's no flag up on that far side, but I think he may have just gone a little bit too early. But if it hasn't, it's the attacking midfielder, the number 10 into the striker. It doesn't come off this time, but it feels like it's the type of goal that we'll be seeing quite often in this Copa America campaign. We've already seen it. Well, we're going to see it. We should be seeing it there, even if it hasn't come to a loud goal in the end. But we've seen it, and that's something you feel like is going to come up now. Teams to beat in this competition, you feel like it's going to inevitably beat Argentina. We play at some point, whether or not that's the final or a little bit before that, who knows. But that will be a really interesting game if that does happen. But I think any team in our way we can beat. This team's Brazil. This Brazilian team have been able to beat anyone ever, so why can't they go and do it here? I think we've come into a very, very good job, and it's a shame that some of the players in this team's potential is in the Copa America and stuff like that, and in these international tournaments, their international careers are wasted a little bit. And I think we, really need to go and get that out of them, because some of them are really good players who deserve that chance, and we do have some very good quality players, and some of the more experienced players, Yankuto, Beraldo, Rodrigo's on the bench, Esteval, Hendrick, all these players who have had very notable careers up to this point. I think it would be a disservice if we don't go and produce some good results for them, and I think that's what we'll be looking to do with this team. 20 minutes gone here in this game. It's been a very, very eventful game. All the games are on at the same time. We'll get the monitor adjusted there. As you can see, I think it's gone lower down now, but we'll stick with that there. Here's the ball, knocking it around for Venezuela. They're going to look to try and create something in the shot from range, and it's over the bar in the end. Just a bit of weather in the storm against this Venezuela team. I think we've got a very good game on our hands, as I've said, against this opposition. But some of the quality in this team is absolutely immense, and I think we really need to go on and then try and tap into that in this game. We've got players off the bench. You feel like Rodrigo is going to get a few minutes, and there's other players as well who play for massive clubs. We've got Chelsea, Liverpool, the star players from their teams now at this point in time, and they're not making the starting team. They're on the bench. The quality is absolutely immense. I wish the defense was a little bit better. Maybe it's what's let them down in recent tournaments, but I think we are in a very good position with the quality we have in attack for them to do all the job. If we just keep the ball and keep attacking, then there's no need to defend. Obviously, it's a bit of a bad mentality to have, but it's a mentality that is still true. It does still hold true. Technically, if we are attacking, we don't have to defend, and it's definitely something that we could aim to seek to do with this Brazil team. There's a corner here, Beto with a header, and he just puts that over. In the end, it's been a very, very good first half for us. We've had to weather a bit of the Venezuelan storm, but I think that's just a bit of early nerves, as you can expect really in a competition like this. These boys will not want to disappoint, and I think it makes sense that they are, they will be playing like this and having their nervy spells. Wanderson does a good header there, gets that clear. Now he's going to look to press this ball. He's had a very, very good game, and looks like he could be the real key man in this team, the number 11. And I think we've got a very good player there. We might have to look to bring some of these guys in, maybe not. Some of them have got massive market values. I mean, Wanderson might just be one to look at. He has a market value of up to 221 million. He is a former Sao Paulo player. He went to Atletico Mineiro for a season, then Villarreal, then Real Madrid, but he is a Sao Paulo Academy graduate, one of my boys, and I think we've got to go and make him this star player in this team. If it looks like that's what he will emerge to be. Venezuela on the attack, they're being consistent with this. I think our press is really good, but our defense is being tested. It's been tested there. There's an offside flag for something. I don't know if it's deflected off a player. I don't think it has, and this might just be a goal for Venezuela here in this game. It would be very frustrating, really. We've got to be defending a little bit better. The goal isn't going to count, actually. That's quite surprising, really, because I don't see where the offside was. They'll probably show it us here. I think there's an interference, maybe, if we're going to take a look here. So the ball is cleared there, and yeah, I think, oh no, the player is it the, I don't even know what that is it an interference? Yeah, he has blocked the keeper's view there. That's such an interesting rule, how blocking the keeper is given as disallowed goal. It's a rule that I guess makes sense, but it's a competitive advantage, I think, is the way to describe it. The fact they disallow it is a very, very interesting decision that they make. 50 minutes gone here. Venezuela's still coming on the attack. We don't want to be dropping points here. I think we need to go and make some changes. We probably have to make some in the interests of kind of bringing some leadership, some key figures in. We had to the Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo were retired as expected. I think I said that yesterday from international football. Vinny Jr. did not reconsider coming back, but might have to do a bit of convincing with Rodrigo, and he did come back, and I think we could get a goal out of him here in this game if we bring him on. We might have to see Bonito'ing into Ney. Ney, where can he go? Shot from range, then it's over the bar. In the end, there's still some of these boys who are not sharp. That is a bit of a fault on my end, but I don't know why they just don't let me relieve me of my duties at Sao Paulo for a little bit. I know you can go, I think you can go on holiday, but I don't know about that really. I'd like to manage all of them, but some of them fall on the same day as well, and it's a bit frustrating. I don't know why they don't stop the league for the Copa America. It's definitely an interesting season. I don't know why they do the seasons like the where they have it so it's the calendar year, so they don't get the break off in the period from the summer where this is going on now. It's definitely interesting. Esteval here is in behind. He could look to go and square it, edge of the area. But I see he's going to look to set up the shot. 2-0 here in this game. Job done short. I can't get my words out. The job is done surely here in this game. It's a lovely goal from Bonito'ing just at the edge of the area, puts himself in a really good position, and that is 2-0. We're going to look to make some changes. I'll put Wanderson a little bit back, gives him more of a roaming position. Jackson, 18 caps, 5 goals, 300 million market value, so much quality. This guy is worth 200 million, 15 goals in the league with Chelsea, and he's only got 18 caps. The quality absolutely insane. Formerly of Santos, as you can see there. And then I think it's going to happen. I think I'm going to bring off I think it will be Hendrick. And it's an interesting one because Hendrick is in this team. I think a lot of people don't want him to be in the team, which I guess kind of makes sense, but he is a lot more experienced. When I had those friendly or World Cup qualifiers, I think it was, he was really, really good in those games. Got 2 goals to turn it around, and I think he is. His qualities, you never lose them. I think that's one thing I've learned. These players never ever lose their qualities. Their athleticism might drop a little bit, but the quality they have doesn't. And 31 years of age is not, I think he's 31 at this point anyway, it's not the worst point to be at in terms of your athletic performance, and I think it makes sense to have him in this team, and that's why he will be staying for now. Here's Beto on the ball, out to his right side. Yankuto, no Sergeant Tim in the team today, could potentially have brought him in, but Yankuto, very experienced player. Same with Beraldo, who is in this team as well at the back line. He's on the ball now, as you can see there. We're going to look to try and advance it through Beraldo. I might bring on what's his name, Renan, is it? What was his name now? If we're going to take a look, yeah, Robert Renan, I thought his name was. Here's Rodrigo. He's making his return to the Brazil squad. He goes to Wanderson into Ney, shot from range. Will it go all the way in? It's a save. The Venezuela goalkeeper has to scrabble for it in the end, but it's Ney from range with the FN. He's not able to score in the end, and Rodrigo standing over these set pieces. This is what you gain by having players like that. It's a very, very bold decision to bring him back, but I think it's the right decision, and I think he's going to make an impact in this team. We've made 2 changes, going to look to make a few more, probably going to secure the back line at this point. We do obviously have Robert Renan, who we're going to look to bring on for Beto. Beto can play in the midfield as well, but he is more of a centre-back. Man United player, 32 caps, and of course well, not of course, but another player who is formerly of Sao Paulo, not an academy graduate by the looks of it, but had played a number of games there. Estival, he's going all the way. He might just be in behind Estival with the shot. That's so unlucky that he's not able to score in the end. We've got one more stoppage. I think we have to be really tactical with our changes. I'm going to look at players now in these next changes. We've got the 15-minute interval coming up, and that's where we'll look to make the changes. I think we have to look at the quality on the bench, who we can bring on. Rodolfo is there. Davidson is a very, very good player in the attack, the Liverpool player there. As you can see, big market value. Lucas Tebe is a midfielder, Man City, and I think it might be sensible to bring him on. And Jorge Ramos Santos, another Liverpool player, they rate him quite highly. I think it's going to be, I will definitely bring on Tepe into this game. He did play in those friendlies that I had. We'll bring him on for Wanderson, who's had a really good game. And then Estival off, we'll bring on Jorge Ramos Santos. If we qualify straight away, so go 6 out of 6 points in the first 2 games, that does mean we obviously get to rotate the team. And when it was the South Korea game, I managed to get the South Korea the Asian Cup, I managed to get every single player to play, which was really good. Jackson into Rodrigo, and that's so unlucky that Rodrigo is not able to get the goal there. Obviously, as you'll know, by next episode he will be a Sao Paulo player. He's starting to become a bit of a club legend, if I say so myself, with us at Shakhtar. Now he's with us here, and he wasn't too bad at Shakhtar, I don't think. Or was he? I don't know. I feel like he got a few goals, or it might have been. I think he got a few off the bench. I remember Osimhen played a lot. He played in the final, but he never scored a goal. I think he might have scored one, or he never scored one. And then he got injured and retired, I'm fairly certain. And then Insigne as well. He was insane at League One level at 37, 38. It made sense. We might have to look for a few more of those players to bring in to this Sao Paulo team. That would be always, it's always a decent place to end your career. Venezuela on the attack, is ball in the middle. That's a very good goal in the end, really, but we have to be getting in front of our man. I think Robert Renan has been caught out there at the back, and it's got to be a little bit better. This is good though. If we get the win, the sharpness will go up in some of these main boys, and then obviously if we have that game against El Salvador, we can get some more sharpness into the boys off the bench. But the full-time whistle is going to go here in this game. It's a 2-1 win, and it's Mexico next to see if we can qualify for the next round. And no changes for this team against Mexico. Carrying our backline of Carvalho, Meraldo, Beto and Yanguto. We've got Bosei, Ney, Wanderson in the middle, Hendrick on the left, Estival on the right, and Jose Roberto up top. Kick-off here in this game against Mexico. I think it might be a bit more of a closer game, closer contested. I think both these teams will want to come away with the win. Obviously we've gone with a team that's the same as last time out. The only change is Rodolfo drops out for Sargent on the bench, so that is a bit of that will go down interesting. That means Rodolfo's coming with a bit of an injury. I don't even know why we've selected him, to be honest, but he is still here, so I guess we're going to use him. Estival is in behind here. What can he do with it? He plays it to Bosei, into Jose Roberto. Wanderson with the goal. What a goal it is. Take a look at this, if it counts. What a goal it is from everyone involved. That is absolutely ridiculous. Please say it stands, because that could be goal of the tournament. The decision is goal given. Look at this for a goal. Just everything is insane about it. So it's Estival who's going on these insane runs all tournament. He pulls it to the byline, into Bosei, back to Roberto plays it. Roberto could shoot from there, and he pulls it back to Wanderson, and Wanderson on the volley scores to make it 1-0. It's his second of the tournament, and that is an absolutely incredible goal, and this might be the dream start that we are looking for in the Copa America. As it stands, we are going through, because if we are on 6 points and these other two teams are on 3, both of them cannot get to 6 because they will play each other, so that means we are through. As it stands, a point may be enough. I don't think it will be. A point will be enough if one team, I don't know actually, because that would mean Mexico get the point. Here's Wanderson in behind, he's busted that over really, should be doing better there. It's into the Mexico fans behind that goal. I don't know if a point's enough, but we're not playing for a point, we're playing for a win, and we might just be on our way to a win here. The half-time whistle goes 1-0 up. Obviously we'll be looking to make those changes. I'll go and have the El Salvador game off camera should we have qualified. If we get this win, we will definitely be qualified. They could go to 4 points, and then I don't know who would go through. I assume it would be Mexico. It's whoever can get the better game against El Salvador, because I think they're having a few issues in this group. Let's say it's quite a tough group, really. I must say it's probably the second toughest group in the whole competition. This group, I think, it's got some decent teams. Paraguay, they've been to World Cup before, if I'm not mistaken. Peru, Ecuador, USA. They're kind of like mid-table, I guess you could say, or low table World Cup teams. We've got our second goalie, by the way. It's Jose Roberto, who gets himself on the board. It's 2-0 here in this game against Mexico, and we are on our way to picking up a massive 3 points and qualifies that other group. Chile, Bolivia, Haiti, Panama. That is the easiest group. I'd argue Chile should be able to get through, but I think we have the second easiest group, or the second hardest group, and then the second easiest would be that other one there, Group D, I assume it is, because our group usually goes to the top, but we are Group B actually, so that's interesting. Group B, an interesting group to say the least, but it looks like we're going to top it. Yankuto into Di Carvalho. Yankuto with the return ball. It's an effort from range, and he's not able to convert in the end. I think we're going to make some changes here. I'm going to bring Yankuto off, Sargent Tim on, Eduardo off. I'm going to put Beraldo onto that left side, and then we'll make that same change. Robert Renana, it's going to be Di Carvalho off. Nay, I'm going to bring off for Lucas into the middle there, who is a Atletico Madrid player there, as you can see, a bit more attacking profile. 300 games nearly played for Sao Paulo. Even I'm not too familiar with some of these boys. It's understandable because I've not been here that long. Davidson on there, and then we're also going to bring on, we'll have a look at some of the others. Martial is 12 caps he's played for Manchester United. Paulo Enrique of Liverpool there, as you can see. Jackson, we brought him on in the last game, could make a return here. Tepe, Loran, Jorge Ramos Santos, and then Rodrigo at the bottom. Loran is quite a good player actually. Man City, Flamengo, previously, could come onto that right side, but I think, well, you know what, I'll go and do it. I'll go and give him some minutes, because if he's one of those players as well who's got experience at this point. Yankuto off, where is he? It was the run there, as you can see, and we'll stick with those changes. I think Bosse, do we just go and we've already made all 5 now. We'll stick with those because we are 2-0 up, and we'll rotate the whole team for the next game. So players who do miss out. Rodrigo, I think he will, hopefully improve, but I don't think it's worth bringing him on here in this game. He'll get the start in the next one probably, and also as well the other player who hasn't come on in Jackson, I think it was. Yeah, it's a shame we can't bring him on really, but he was supposed to be in this team originally, but just some of the quality we have in that attack, like Wanderson, is just so much. He's so much more developed at this point in his career, and Jackson, I'm sure, would get into this team at some point, but I just don't think it's into this game. We have to see the teams emerging now. The main team that we want to play is a ball into the middle. Loran on this right side, he can cut in. Where we go, edge of the area. Lucas into Wanderson. The return ball is into the path of a Mexican player in the end. I mean, if we can beat a team like Mexico like this, then who else can we go on and beat? I think Mexico, arguably, Wanderson's in behind here. 3-0. Another one for Wanderson. 3 for the tournament. And we are on our way to topping this group. What a performance it is. It's 3-0. We are through to the next round, the quarterfinals. If we can beat teams like this Mexican team 3-0, I think we can go and do it all. I think that Group A, I don't know how the bracket will work, but I think one of the finalists is in that group. If Mexico don't qualify, then it could be, we've got Argentina, I'd argue. I think it's Argentina, then Mexico, and then Uruguay, Colombia, Canada, and then Chile, and then the US as well, maybe Peru, maybe Ecuador. I know I've said like every team there, but there's like those 7 teams who you do tend to see in World Cups and stuff like that. But then you've got Argentina, Mexico, those 9 teams, and then we're 10 as Brazil, and then there's the 6 other teams who you wouldn't really expect to get there. So it's interesting. We're starting to see who these teams are. Results in the other games, we can go and take a look. 5-1 Chile there, Argentina beating Colombia, Uruguay. It's a draw between the US and Peru, and Venezuela are winning. Is that 1-0? Yeah, 1-0 against El Salvador. So not really the most convincing display against them, but we'll go and rest this team up. Next episode, we'll be back. We'll have had more games with Sao Paulo as well. See how we do with them. It's the final few moments of this game. A final chance for Mexico. They're in behind here. The shot goes in, and that's hit the underside of the crossbar. The shot is going to go in, the second one. That's surely not a penalty. We've not conceded a consolation this time, and the full-time whistle goes, and we are through to the quarterfinals of the Copa America in tomorrow's episode. Hopefully, it's a three-parter. So once again, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy that video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I'll leave you with this little tune, and I'll see you again tomorrow for hopefully a Copa America win. Thank you, bye bye.